contest between the Fayetteville Tech Trojans and your BCC Dolphins. The National Junior College Athletic Association of Brunswick Community College promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and instructors. We request your cooperation by supporting participants and officials in a positive manner. Negative comments, profanity, racist, sexist, or other abusive comments directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated on our grounds for removal from the facility. Brunswick Community College thanks you for your support and cooperation. Will everyone please rise and move all in here as we honor America with our national anthem. Now let's meet the starting lineups. First for the Trojans of Fayetteville Tech. Starting at guard, number 1, Nyla Mitchell. Starting at guard, number 3, Tara Joyner. Starting at guard, number 4, Carly Hammonds. Starting at guard, number 10, Sydney Bell. And starting at guard, number 14, Mauricia Bennett. The Trojans are coached by Peace Shepard, and she is assisted by Richard Young and Martez Copeland. And now for your BCC Dolphins. Starting at forward, number 5, Brooke Welton. Starting at guard, number 10, Chris McCoy. Starting at center, number 50. Nope, sorry about that. Starting at forward, number 3, Sanasia Murphy. Starting at guard, number 11, Tasha Morton. And starting at forward, number 12, Jemiah Leach. The Dolphins are coached by Joe Gahan, and he is assisted by Annie Mercer and Mike Hollingsworth.
It's the Brunswick Dolphins and Fayetteville Tech Trojans tonight on YouTube. Final home game of the season for the Dolphins. Final regular season game as well, as they come in 3-26. Hosting the Trojans today, who are 11-14, 11-12 in the region. On Thursday, they beat Cleveland at home 76-52. On Sunday, Dolphins lost a gritty battle against Catawba Valley. It was 48-42. Brunswick actually outshot the Red Hawks, but they were minus 22 on the glass in that game, so look for rebounding to play an emphasis. Nice tip ahead to Brooke Wilkins, who attacks, goes glass, and scores. So great start there for the Dolphins. Dolphins had 9 steals in the game against Catawba, and that's not going to go for a steal here, but it is a turnover. So, oh no, they say, I thought the Fayetteville Tech player touched it last, but evidently not. So it stays with the Trojans. My apologies. When I did the prep for this game, I thought to myself, wow, this is one of the deeper teams, Fayetteville Tech, roster-wise, that we've seen, but they've only brought 5 here today. So the starting 5 is going to rock all 40 minutes, as the baseline jumper is no good by Hammonds. So a tough challenge for the Trojans, who have no depth for Coach Peace Shepard Easton. Sophomore night for the Dolphins, as this is the final game of the season. So halftime interviews coming at you. Brooke Wilkins, Krishia McCoy, Cashay Morton, and Jemiah Leach. So be sure to stick around at halftime. Only thing that I regret, we did the interviews yesterday afternoon, and I just didn't have a free second to edit together some bloopers because there were some good ones. But you'll get the professional version today. I ran out of time. I wanted to include some bloopers, but we didn't have time. But the interviews are pretty good, so stick around at halftime for that. Speaking of sophomores, all 4 sophomores in the starting lineup, as 2 of them have scored now. Krishia McCoy gets her jumper to go. Good start for the Dolphins against Fayetteville Tech. Trojans won the first meeting against Brunswick, 64-54. Dolphins outshot the Trojans in that game, 39% to 32%. The difference was behind the arc. Fayetteville Tech hit 7 3-pointers, none for Brunswick. Dolphins were 15 of 33 from the free throw line. Trojans were 11 of 22. I remember Coach Joe talking about that game being very physical up in Fayetteville. A little more up and down action here in this one as the Trojans still not on the board. Nice job hustle by Bennett to get the rebound. Nyla Mitchell swings it out to Bell for 3. Can't bank it. Sadeja Murphy with another board. Throws it ahead to Krishia McCoy. Hesitates, attacks, and scores again. So Krishia with 4 of the 6 at the start of this one. Nyla Mitchell on the far side. Bell top of the key. It's Joyner from downtown. No good. Another offensive rebound by Hammonds, who couldn't get the putback, and then it's off Brunswick and out of bounds. So we're about 2.5 minutes in. Good start for the Dolphins here in this one. Rebounding a bit of a concern right now, though. That was a problem in the first meeting with these 2 teams as well, and it was a problem on Sunday for Brunswick. Being out-rebounded by 22 against Catawba Valley and only losing by 6 tells you they beat Catawba Valley in just about every other statistical category. Jemiah Leach dribbling around trouble, drawing contact. She'll go to the free throw line. First foul of the game. Fouls are going to be a concern here for Fayetteville Tech. There, like I said, there's nobody on that bench unless the assistant coaches are going to suit up. So first foul is on Nyla Mitchell. And the first free throw is no good for Jemiah Leach. Leach is a sophomore. We did interview her, but expected to come back. She's a red shirt. Remember, she had that injury. That's why you see her in the brace there. But she is a part of the halftime festivities as well. Nyla Mitchell almost lost the ball. Wasn't paying attention. Picked it up last minute. Now Hammonds nearest us and Joyner. Missing some players. No Danielle Jackson, who averages close to 13 points a game for this team, but most of the other leading scorers, Nyla Mitchell, 14.8 a game. Carly Hammonds, over 11 points a game. Jemiah Leach, too strong off the glass. An offensive rebound for the Dolphins. Krishia McCoy back out to Jemiah. Her jumper is no good. Rebound by Bell. Bell looking to push, and coming from behind there was Cashay Morton. So Cashay almost had a steal as the Trojans are kind of sleepwalking through this one. I mentioned they beat a good Cleveland team who beat Brunswick twice, and they beat them by 24 on Thursday at home. Into the regular season for the Trojans as well. Both of these teams waiting to see where they're going to go on the road as Hammonds buries the first jumper for Fayetteville Tech. So nearly 4 minutes in, they call it a 2, I guess. Her foot was on the line. So it's a 2, not a 3. Almost the steal there. Cashay Morton chases it down, then her pocket is picked, and Bennett, looking to get out on the break, is fouled. So both teams with a team foul here 4 minutes into this one. Chris Shima, glad to be with you from the home studio in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, where it is blustery. You might hear the wind at various points. If I can ever shut up long enough, you might hear the wind. That is how loud it is, and I'm on the 16th floor of a high-rise. We're in pretty good shape here power-wise. I will tell you that just the weather today has me a little jittery, so if something happens and I do lose power here, basically I'll just make the feed that I'm watching available to you guys, and all you would have to do is go back out and then come back to the Brunswick YouTube channel, and it'll be there for you if I do lose power. But so far so good, despite like 50-mile-an-hour winds. It's been crazy. 72 degrees yesterday, and I think it's going to be in the teens tonight. Boy, Joyner really wanted some kind of a whistle there, lost it out of bounds. I kind of agree with her whether it's a block or a charge. There was contact made, but as it is, Dolphins basketball. Dolphins have played great defensively in this 3-game homestand. Jemiah Leach can't get the jumper. Cachet, the putback, yes. Cachet Morton with 2, Brooke Wilkins with 2. Krishia McCoy leads them with 4. Nyla Mitchell over to Bell in the corner. Here's Joyner. Splits the defense, had it poked away. Jemiah Leach with some nice defense. And then we got a technical foul. Trojans have kind of come out with a vibe today. I don't know how to describe it, but they are a bit cranky. So Sadasia Murphy is going to go to the free throw line, 64% free throw shooter. And it's also a first personal on Tara Joyner. Well, you know, as always, that I subscribe to, I'm a man of science, and I believe in the theories taught to us by one Rasheed Wallace. And by Rasheed Wallace logic and studies, the ball does not lie. And take away that technical foul. I'm telling you, we need that rule change. Caitlin Logan Boaknight comes in. So she's into the game for Brooke Wilkins. Turnover here as Bennett on the far side not only got a steal, but got a timeout. We're just past the midway point here in this opening quarter. Dolphins leading by 6. All right, welcome back, everybody. Chris Sheeman here with you, and an 8-2 start for Brunswick. And as you saw there, we've got the region tournament. So Trojans fans, if Fayetteville Tech wins its opening round game on Monday, makes the trip to Brunswick, we'll stream those games for you. A lot of Region 10 onlookers getting ready for tournament time. That'll be fun. Looking forward to that. There's some, I think top 4 or top 5 in this region is really, really stacked, and it's going to be something else. Trojans out of the timeout with a turnover. This Fayetteville Tech team has won 3 of its last 5 games coming into play today, and the energy is just, it's not there right now for the Trojans. credit the Dolphins. They've played well defensively. So all 3 of the 4 sophomores out there now. Sadasia Murphy, Kalen Logan Boaknight, who's been red hot in this homestand. Double figures in 3 of the last 4 games. Jemiah Leach can't get the jumper. Rebound controlled by Mauricia Bennett. Into the forecourt, Mitchell. They swing it over to Bennett. The mid-range shot off the front rim. Tip rebound comes to Kalen. Kalen Logan Boaknight, 9 of 18 from 3 with 33 points during this 3-game homestand. The runner is no good by Bell. Blocking foul called on the Dolphins, and both teams have 2 team fouls. Got a couple of people on the YouTube chat on sophomore night. Hi to Lisa and Dennis also. And Coach Joe asked that I do this and give a big shout out to his mom and dad who are watching in Syracuse, New York. Or they're right outside Syracuse, New York. So it's Joe and Mary. I guess they don't ever miss a game. Boy, they must be tired of the sound of my voice. I don't know. But thank you guys, and I wanted to make sure that I gave the... Do you guys in Syracuse area, do you still get snow? We used to get this thing called snow in Ohio, and then I moved away for 11 years, and now it doesn't snow here anymore. Jemiah Leach, no good. Kalen Logan Boaknight, extra chance opportunities. Brooke Wilkins now gets the offensive rebound. Here's Leach again, in and out, right back in. What a start for Brunswick, 10-4. Sydney Bell, Carly Hammonds with the lone points for Fayetteville. I think I mentioned it, maybe not on this broadcast before, but I was at my uncle's birthday party not long ago as Bennett with the second chance opportunity. And one of his buddies came up from the mountains in North Carolina, and they got way more snow than we got here in Cleveland, Ohio so far this winter. It's bizarre. I asked Joe Gahan what the temperature was down there yesterday. He was like, oh, it's not too bad. It's in the 50s. I said, Joe, I'm in Cleveland, and it's 72 degrees. That's my weather conversation with 2:34 left to go here in this first quarter. It's a 4-point game, but the Trojans starting to settle in a little better. They've cut this deficit down to 4, and down low an offensive foul as that's Morton, Cache Morton taking the charge. 3rd team foul on Fayetteville Tech. First of a doubleheader. It's the rival game tonight between the Brunswick Dolphins and Cape Fear Sea Devils on the guys' side of thing. I'll have that one for you approximately 7 p.m. Nyla Mitchell gets the rebound off the Jemiah Leach miss. Here is Hammond's near screen. Bennett, Mitchell, and what is that going to be? I think it's going to be another offensive foul. Dolphins just taking charges. I'm not sure if they were inside the restricted area there or not, but 4th team foul now on the Trojans. Brooke Wilkins into the forecourt. Cache Morton with the fake. Baseline shot too strong. And Hammonds chases down the board. Joyner nearest us. Backing down on Leach, now hands it off. Extra pass out to Bennett, the fake. And it's off the side of the backboard. Nyla Mitchell takes it away. And then she misses. Then Jada Burnett, who's into the game, pulls down the rebound. Wilkins into the forecourt. Cache Morton back out to Brooke. The rainbow shot, no. Another rebound, Nyla Mitchell. Good rebounding guard, 14.8 points per ball game, 5.3 rebounds for Mitchell on the season, and that's a triple over on the left side. I believe it was, let me check on that. It was Joyner for 3. Down low, Burnett. So 1-point game after the Dolphins scored 8 of the first 10 points. Kalen Logan Boaknight, no good. It comes right to Leach. Here's Jada Burnett to the hoop, too strong. Burnett again too strong. And the rebound secured by Fayetteville Tech. So about a 2-second difference between the game and shot clock here. Hammonds into the forecourt. Ball deflected out, but Bennett is there. Top of the key, Joyner again. This time it's short, and that's going to go off Hammonds and out of bounds. So 13.8 to work with here for Brunswick. That pass is going to be intercepted. Out on the break to beat the buzzer. It comes up short from Hammonds. So the Dolphins lead by as many as 6 in the first quarter, take a 1-point lead to the bench as we take a break. We'll be back with the second quarter here in just a moment. All right, second quarter underway. Chris Sheeman back here with you. 10-9. Brunswick up by 1 against Fayetteville Tech, but the Trojans have really settled down. They came out a little sleepy and then picked up a technical foul, but they've been right on point since then. Brooke Wilkins to Kalen Logan Boaknight, back to Brooke, and she traveled. So Logan Boaknight, Wilkins, Cache Morton out there with Jemiah Leach and Jada Burnett. That's the 5 right now. And like I said, in the first quarter, if you're just joining us, Fayetteville Tech has 5 players, and that's it. So it's Mitchell, Joyner, Hammonds, Bell, and Bennett for the duration. Nicely done there by Bennett, I believe, to give Fayetteville Tech its first lead. Let me correct myself here. That was Mitchell with the bucket. So first lead of the game for the Trojans as Logan Boaknight deflects it off of Mitchell. Catch and shoot by Kalen Logan Boaknight. It's a 2-point shot, they say. No, they give her 3. The referee had his hand down. Usually their arms go up if it's a 3. And usually, you know, they point 2 if it's a 2. So let's see if that score holds. But right now it's a 13-11. Brooke Wilkins now into the forecourt. Kalen Logan Boaknight, the runner. No good. Tipped rebound, and it's controlled by the Trojans. Hammonds throws it ahead to Joyner. Joyner gets it back now. Spinning. Blocked. Jemiah Leach with some defense. McCoy into the game, turns on the Jets, attacks, no. It's followed up by Leach. Brooke Wilkins bounces off the back iron, and Joyner collects the rebound. Here comes Bell now for the Trojans. Bell is going to be fouled. First foul of the quarter comes about 2 minutes in on the Dolphins. And it's Kaylin Logan Boaknight with her first. Catch and shoot three by Bell. Long. It comes right to Sadeja Murphy. Boy, the ball finds her, doesn't it? 2-on-2. Kaylin Logan Boaknight going 1-on-1. Can't get the runner. Bell's got the rebound. Nyla Mitchell into the forecourt. Correction, that's Hammonds. My apologies. There's only 5 players. You think I'd know them. Come on, man. Joyner attacking. Baseline shot by Bennett is no good, and another rebound for Jemiah Leach. To the bucket, it's Krishia McCoy. McCoy's got 6. So Brunswick by 4. I guess that was a 3 for Kaylin Logan Boaknight. Quick answer back by Bennett, her second bucket. Bennett's got 4, 3 for Tara Joyner. Sadeja Murphy out to Logan Boaknight to the cutter. McCoy can't get the bank. Trickles out off the deflection to Leach. Bucket no good, but alert play there by Jemiah Leach to go for the shot, draw contact, get to the free throw line. First foul of the quarter on Fayetteville Tech. And it's the first on Bennett. That's Meepy scratching the camera, or scratching my microphone with her nose. Hey, buddy, how come you talk to me all day long, but you won't talk to me when you're on my lap during the broadcast? Are you shy? Hey. What? So Jemiah gets 1 out of 2. She's up to 3 points. It's a 3-point lead for Brunswick. Half-court trap is on. And Hammonds into the front court. Handoff to Mitchell. Quick jumper, got it to go. So Nyla Mitchell starting to heat up her second bucket. She's got 4. As I mentioned, averages close to 15 a game. Leading scorer on the team. Skylar Lassiter into the game. Bounce pass to Sadeja, and a good move by Murphy to the hoop for her first 2 today. Trap is on again for Brunswick. We've had a couple of lead changes in this one. No ties yet. Trojans, that's going to be out of bounds. It was over the line on the far side. So trap works there for Brunswick. You might have heard that one. Yeah, hi, buddy. What do you think of that last turnover forced by the Brunswick defense, Meepy? Meepy's not impressed. Here's McCoy, top of the key. Lassiter takes it around the world. Murphy, 6 to shoot, and 4 to shoot for Brunswick, who will maintain possession, but got to keep an... Oh, no, it was a kickball. So shot clock goes to 20. We can't do any of this stuff during the tournament, Meepy. I hope you know that. You can't be sitting on my lap. We got to be more professional. Jemiah Leach going to be called for steps there. She took that extra hop to the hoop. So Trojans briefly took the lead a couple of times. Dolphins led by as many as 6 in this one. It was an 8-2 start for Brunswick. Joyner on the far side of your screen. Gets it down low, and the ball stripped, but a foul. called. I'm inclined to agree with our camera person there. Let's check this out on the replay. It's always hard because our vantage point is very different from the officials. But there's been a couple of tough calls that have gone both ways, excuse me, so it happens. Part of basketball. Bennett on the season is a real good free throw shooter, but she misses her first. 89% free throw shooter. It's 1 out of 2 here, and she's up to 5 points. So nearing the midway point here in this second quarter, Dolphins hanging on to a 2-point lead, make it a 4-point lead. How about Brooke Wilkins being aggressive? Somebody fed her some tacos in the pregame meal. She is raring to go. Can she chase it down in time? No, but the Dolphins very active defensively here in this one, and it's helped them out to a 4-point lead as we go to our media timeout. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you with 4:55 to go until halftime. 20-16, it's Brunswick by 4. Dolphins have led by as many as 6 here in this one. Fayetteville Tech briefly led a couple of different times within about a minute span. And it's Trojans basketball. Hammonds has it top of the key over to Bell on the left. Top of the key, Nyla Mitchell. Starting to be aggressive offensively. Missed that time, though, and Sadeja Murphy gets the rebound. Murphy, Jada Burnett in the game. Brooke Wilkins, Lassiter, and Krishia McCoy. Boy, Jada Burnett getting the hustle plays. Can't get a bucket to save her life, though, as Lassiter misses as well. She continues to work, though. Here's Joyner. Hesitates, attacks. Too strong, and the rebound by Lassiter. Sadeja Murphy pushing. Sadeja attacks, and it's going to be a blocking foul called. Joyner was looking for the charge. It's not been consistent. I will say that today. The blocks and charges. But Joyner's got to be careful. She picked up a technical foul earlier, and like I said, there's nobody on the bench to help the Trojans. Sadeja Murphy, no good on the first free throw. She's missed all 3 free throw attempts here tonight. Don't forget the guys against Cape Fear after this game is over, 30 minutes after it. Sadeja Murphy gets 1 out of 2. Krishia McCoy has 6, Brooke Wilkins with 4, Logan Boatnight and Murphy with 3 points each. Ditto for Jemiah Leach. Hammonds the extra pass, and that scoops out. Sadeja Murphy collects the board, throws the full court pass to McCoy. 3-on-2, but Krishia will back it out. Here's Brooke Wilkins, out to Lassiter, back to McCoy. Wilkins, the bunny is no good. Jada Burnett still working out there. Back out to Brooke from the half circle, no good. Skylar Lassiter chases down the rebound and then loses it. The hustle play by Joyner. Joyner gets around Brooke. The scoop can't score. Put back by Bennett is good. 3-point game again. Bennett's up to 7 points here tonight. Lassiter, Wilkins. Lassiter goes cross court. Tip pass by McCoy to Brooke and gets another one. So Brooke Wilkins, Krishia McCoy tied for the team's lead with 6 points each. And as I mentioned, Bennett's got the game high with 7. This is Bell. Now to Joyner. Here's Mitchell for 3. Air ball. And again, Jada Burnett with another rebound. Buddy, stop it. Skylar Lassiter couldn't get the layup to go. Joyner with the rebound. Joyner turns on the Jets, had it stripped. Wilkins into the forecourt. Dolphins didn't have numbers. Here is a 3 by Murphy, no good. Nice pass there, but the bucket no good by Burnett. McCoy can't get it to go, and it's not pretty, but the Dolphins lead it by 5. Leach is going to come into the game for Skylar Lassiter. So a lot of hustle plays going Brunswick's ways, and that's a good sign because this is a Fayetteville Tech Trojans team that averages 16.7 offensive rebounds a game. It's 24th best in the NJCAA. But their 2 best offensive rebounders are not here today. So that's worth noting. Hammonds to Bell. Mitchell tips it to Bennett. Over to Joyner for 3. Missed it long. Leach the rebound. So Jemiah Leach back in. Krishia McCoy, Sadeja Murphy, Jada Burnett, and Brooke Wilkins. Here's Leach for 3. Yes. Is it a 3 or a 2? I think it's it's a 2. So Leach with 5. Brunswick's biggest lead now is 7. And Fayetteville Tech needs to get to the locker room here. Jada Burnett going to go out of the game. Cache Morton coming back in. Jemiah Leach attacks. So Jemiah Leach with back-to-back buckets ties Bennett for the game's high with 7 points. And Brunswick leads by 9. Great first half for the Dolphins. Inside a minute to go until halftime. Step back by Hammonds. Needed that one. It's a 2, they say. So foot was on the line, but a much-needed bucket there for the Trojans. Hammonds second. McCoy. And it's off the foot. Low pass. Stolen away by Bennett. What are we looking at here? About 3-4 second difference between the game and shot clock right now. Joyner top of the key. Had it poked away. And it's thrown ahead by Leach. McCoy runs it down. McCoy attacks and scores. Krishia McCoy with 8. 7 seconds to work with for the Trojans against the trap. Bennett tied up, and I think it's going to be deflected out off Brunswick with 1.7. Jada Burnett going to come back into the game now. So Brunswick matches its biggest lead, and barring a home run shot here for the Trojans, they will take their biggest lead to the locker room. The Dolphins by 9. Home run ball goes to Bell, and her shot might have been blocked by Leach. What an effort in this first 20 minutes by the Brunswick Dolphins as they lead 29-20. Well, yesterday I had a chance to talk to all 4 sophomores, Brooke Wilkins, Cache Morton, Krishia McCoy, and Jemiah Leach. Not necessarily in that order, but those ladies reflecting on their time here at Brunswick and some other thoughts from them as well. So we're going to go into that interview right now, then we'll take the halftime break, come back for second half action. Welcome back. Halftime interviews. It's sophomore nights, and one of those sophomores is Brooke Wilkins. Hi, Brooke. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm okay. Thanks for asking. So I'm asking everybody their favorite memory at Brunswick. Tell me what yours is.
My favorite memory is when we win games and Coach Joe does his little breakdown dance. It was funny.
Wait, where is Joe? Go get Joe right now. Go get him. We can wait, ladies and gentlemen. So just for the record, we're going to edit this part, and we're going to resume by calling out Joe that he would not do the breakdance. Now, he said that if you guys win tonight, that he's going to send me the video of it. However, this is my last broadcast of the year for Brunswick, so if he sends the video, it really doesn't matter. But anyways.
I should have made him do it.
Yeah, if somebody can get access maybe to the Facebook page, if he does it again, just post it on there. That'll be good.
I got you.
All right. Let's get back to pressing issues, Taco Lady. Tell me a little bit about build your perfect taco for me. Tell me what's in it.
My perfect taco. Ooh. I don't know. I recently started liking burrito tacos. You ever had those?
I know there's a place not far from me, but I know I haven't. What is it?
It's basically like it's the roast meat or whatever, and it's like queso. Well, I think I said that right. And it's melted, and then you comes with cilantro, onions, and then you get like a little sauce that comes with it. It's pretty good, and you get limes.
Sounds pretty good. I like the pulled chicken. Maybe some.
I don't know if you can get that. I have a picture, but it's really good. I had it today, actually.
All right, Brooke. Thanks for your time. Good luck next year, wherever you end up.
Thank you.
All right. Continuing on with our halftime interviews, it's Cache Morton's turn now. Cache, thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
So tell me a little bit about your favorite memory at Brunswick.
My favorite memory at Brunswick was me and my team this year and getting to work with them like over the summer and talking to them.
They really got a bond going this summer.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. So I don't know if you noticed this, when I do the games, most of the time I'm only giving last names out to McCoy, to Lassiter, or whatever. But I really like your name. And when I like a name, I always say the full name. So tell me,
I noticed that.
Where does Cache come from?
It's my aunt's middle name, so I just took after her name, and my mama liked it, so I just got it.
Before we let you go, who's your aunt? Say hi to your aunt. Let's give her a shout out.
Hey, Auntie Talia, Talia Cache Morton.
All right, Cache, thanks a lot for giving us some of your time. Good luck.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right. Sophomore forward, is it, Jemiah?
Yeah, forward.
Sophomore forward, Jemiah Leach, joining us now at halftime. Jemiah, thanks for giving us some of your time.
You're welcome.
I asked everybody else. I'll ask you your favorite memory all time of your time at Brunswick so far.
Our first win against Salt when we played Cape Fear and Coach Joe started dancing in the locker room.
Tell me a little bit about your experience overall at Brunswick. How have you grown in your time here, would you say?
Well, it's been good. Well, last year I had an ACL injury, so I'm coming back off of it. And I feel beginning of the season was a little rocky, but I guess I progressed throughout the season and doing better.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. And I understand you'll get an extra year and you'll be back with us again next year.
Yes.
All right. What are you looking forward to next year?
Winning.
Winning more. Okay. Me too. Good luck. Good luck, Jemiah. I guess we'll see you next year.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Last but certainly not least here for our halftime interviews is sophomore Krishaya McCoy. And Krishaya, thanks for giving us some of your time.
You're welcome.
Final time to ask this question. It sounds like a broken record, but what is your favorite memory of your time at Brunswick?
My favorite memory is when we travel. I forgot where we traveled to, but we was all in the hotel room just playing Uno and just having fun.
Who won at Uno?
I would say Skylar, Brooke, Anaya, most beatables.
So it doesn't sound like you did very well.
No.
Anyway, that's the fun part is the important part, right?
Yeah.
I've noticed a little bit of a change in you since last year. It seems like you're a little more aggressive, not only defensively, but it's turning into more aggressive offense. Is that fair?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about your growth as a player then at Brunswick. What are you
I
doing?
feel like I needed to see the court more, not only on offense but on defense. I feel like me as a player, coach is not gonna just look for people that's playing on offensively. They're gonna look for more of defensively. So
Yeah.
that's why I feel like me as a person, as a sophomore, I picked up as a defensive player too.
All right, Krishai McCoy, good luck. Thanks for
Thank
giving
you.
us time.
You're welcome.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Well, the Dolphins came out motivated in this one, as you see right from the opening tip, as Sadeja Murphy got it to Brooke Wilkins, first 2 of the game. A lot of points in the paint for Brunswick. Rashia McCoy has 8 points at the half. Here's her first bucket inside the paint. She also had a mid-range shot in that first quarter. Another putback attempt, extra chance opportunities. That one from Cachet Morton. And then more work. This is what I was talking about with Krishai McCoy, just attacking the basket. She's been doing that a lot more. Speaking of attacking the basket, Jemiah Leach late in the first half got into the scoring party a little bit more. Here is 2 of her 4 points. And another one on a fast break opportunity. Defense to offense as well in that first half for the Brunswick Dolphins, as it's Krishia McCoy once again. So the Dolphins at the half, they have a 29-20 lead. Let's set the numbers for you for Fayetteville Tech, led by Mauricia Bennett with 7 points. Carly Hammonds with 4. Nyla Mitchell also has 4. Tara Joyner with 3, 2 for Sydney Bell. And if you're just joining us, there are no bench players for Fayetteville Tech, so all 5 of their players, that's it. That's everybody into the scoring column. Meanwhile, for Brunswick, I mentioned Krishai McCoy with the game-high 8 points here tonight. Jemiah Leach with 7. Brooke Wilkins has 6. And then Kaylin Logan Boaknight with 3. Sadeja Murphy with 3. And Cachet Morton with 2. Same starters for Brunswick: Sadeja Murphy, Brooke Wilkins, Krishai McCoy, Cachet Morton, and Jemiah Leach starting this second half. Dolphins trying to avenge a loss against the Trojans back in January up in Fayetteville as we're underway here in the second half. This is also the biggest lead of the game for either team. Fayetteville Tech did lead briefly a couple of different times in about a 90-second span in the first half. Sadeja Murphy misses twice, gets another offensive rebound out to Wilkins. Throws her pass off the mark, but Cachet Morton able to chase it down. Cachet cut off, out to Sadeja, 8 to shoot. Back to Morton, Brooke Wilkins from the half circle, no good. Ball deflected out, and Joyner has it for Fayetteville Tech. Joyner putting the moves on. They're going to count that, I believe, for Tara Joyner, who's up to 5 points. And a nice start to this one for the Trojans here in the second half. Fayetteville Tech came out kind of sloppy and half awake in that first quarter, and then they got their motor going. I mentioned took the lead a couple of different times, then allowed the Dolphins to push it out, and right now it's a 7-point game as Cachet Morton got tied up by Bennett. Possession arrow favors the Trojans, so they're going to keep the basketball here as Morton goes out and Kaylin Logan Boaknight checks in. So an opportunity here for Fayetteville Tech to get some points. They've been at a premium here today. That jumper no good by Bennett. McCoy into the front court for Brunswick. Throws a pass that's saved by Leach out to Wilkins, back to McCoy. And that was well defended there by Joyner. So Dolphins playing a little bit faster than they have been. They say that shot was blocked apparently by Joyner, so it will be Dolphins basketball. Here's McCoy with another quick one, too strong, rebound by Bell. First of a doubleheader, the rival game between the men and Cape Fear Sea Devils will be a half hour after this game is completed. It's the final regular season game for both of these teams, both likely, Dolphins definitely, and Fayetteville Tech likely as well, as the travel is called, going on the road in the opening round of the Region 10 tournament. The Region 10 tournament opening round starts on Monday, and then we'll have the quarterfinals through the finals next Thursday, Friday, Saturday here at Brunswick, and I'll be with you for that here on YouTube. The top 3 seeds, which right now, I know Cape Fear and Bryan and Stratton. Then I think there's a race between Lewisburg and Southwest Virginia for that 3rd seed. But the top 3 seeds get byes. So if you're Lewisburg and you're Southwest Virginia, you really want to try to finish in that 3rd spot as we go down the stretch here. Great ball movement for the Dolphins, and Jemiah Leach with an open look. I'm telling you, it's too bad this season is not extended a little bit longer because the Dolphins have really played well in this homestand. Losing by 6 to Catawba Valley, only problem there was rebounding, and today they've come out very strong against Fayetteville Tech. A Trojans team that beat Brunswick by 10 on the Trojans' home court, 64 to 54. Nyla Mitchell has 5 points now as she gets the first free throw to go. 73% free throw shooter. Mitchell, 14.8 points per ball game, 5.3 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 2.2 steals. All-around player, gets them both, and the lead is 7 for Brunswick again. Brooke Wilkins over to Jemiah Leach, and the 17-footer no good. McCoy got the rebound. Pass was deflected. Logan Boaknight, who's been quiet by her standards here on the homestand today. Jemiah Leach, Sadeja Murphy back out to Jemiah. Short on that one. And players colliding for the basketball. Yeah, blow the whistle, please. If it's a jump ball, it's going to stay with Brunswick, and it is. Trojans have won 3 of their last 5 games. McCoy back to Logan Boaknight. Brooke Wilkins back out to Kaylin for 3. Yes! Her 2nd triple of the evening. All 6 points from downtown, and then a reach there by Kaylin. First double-digit lead of the game for Brunswick. Hammonds has it top of the key for the Trojans. Right side, Joyner. Here's Mitchell back to Joyner. It cuts in, bounce passes it to Bennett, and it's deflected by Brunswick. 3 minutes into this second half. Brunswick by 10. One of the things interviewing the ladies yesterday, I got the sense, is that this is a real team, these Dolphins. And that's not always the case, especially on a 3-win program. I've been a part of some 3-win programs where the program nearly implodes. But these ladies all really do seem to care for and like each other, and that's always helpful. And you can kind of see it in the play down the stretch. Kaylin Logan Boaknight, back-to-back triples. The lead grows to 13 for Brunswick. Trojans, Joyner leaves it. Nice bank by Bennett, who's up to 9 points. McCoy in the corner.
It's too slow.
Kaylin Logan Boaknight between the circles, over to Brooke on the left wing. Murphy. Jemiah Leach draws contact. Dolphins have racked up 3 team fouls in the first 4 minutes of this third quarter, and for Fayetteville Tech, that's just their first. But Jemiah Leach goes to the line, chance to get into double figures. She and Kaylin Logan Boaknight with 9 points each, matching Bennett from Fayetteville Tech for the game high. Leach, 62% free throw shooter, gets the friendly bounce, and she is the first player in double figures in the game. Leach 1 out of 2. Mitchell with the box out. Throws it ahead. Joyner has been aggressive. Can't get the scoop. And here comes Brunswick. Kaylin Logan Boaknight Lost the dribble for a minute, and Mitchell's going to get the tie-up and the possession for Fayetteville. Fayetteville Tech at 11-14. Brunswick Dolphins 3-26. Dolphins going to go on the road. Don't know exactly where yet, but it might be that Southwest Virginia trip for the Dolphins. We'll see how it goes. I got to bring up the standings. Next media timeout's coming up here in about a minute, so I'm going to bring up the standings and give you the scenarios for who these two teams might play in the first round on Monday. Another offensive rebound. Sadeja Murphy, no good on the three. Rebound by Joyner. Three ball too strong. Leach the rebound. Jemiah to the hoop, yes. A dozen for Jemiah Leach. Biggest lead for Brunswick in the game now is 14 points. That is a kick ball, and it'll be Fayetteville Tech basketball with 23 on the shot clock when we come back. 4:59 left to go in this third quarter. Dolphins continuing to pull away. All right, welcome back, everybody. Well, I misspoke a little bit. Lewisburg has clinched the 3 seed, so Bryant Stratton, Cape Fear, and Lewisburg will get a first-round bye in the region tournament. Nice corner pocket triple there by Joyner. Tara Joyner with 8 points tonight. Fayetteville Tech scoring quickly out of the timeout. Right now, the Trojans are... Let's see, 4, 5, 6. They're in 7th, and there's really nowhere to go for Fayetteville Tech. So they will finish as the 7 seed for Fayetteville Tech. That means, give me a minute here. Fayetteville Tech as the 7 seed will actually host. Okay, so Fayetteville Tech will host the number 10 seed, which as of right now is Guilford. That'll be an interesting game. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, Guilford as of now is 10. They can move up. Johnston is a game ahead of them in the win column. Anaya Hemby into the game, by the way. For the Dolphins, they lead by 11. Hemby has it blocked, Nyla Mitchell, but Hemby gets it back. 12 to shoot for Brunswick. Caitlin Logan Boatnight off on the 3. Another offensive rebound for Brunswick. And I think we got a foul or a tie-up. It's a tie-up. That's a good call. Bell did a nice job wrapping up there. Now, Dolphins are tied right now with Central Carolina at the bottom. So if the Dolphins win today, depending on what Central Carolina does, Dolphins have the tiebreak against Central Carolina as they beat them twice. So if the Dolphins can win today, they would be the 12 seed, and they would play the 5 seed, which right now is Richard Bland, but that could be either Wake Tech, Richard Bland, or Southwest Virginia, as both of those, or all 3 of those teams, are at 15-8 in the conference. Correction. Southwest Virginia 16-8, Richard Bland, Wake Tech 15-8. So lots of different scenarios, and as the 10 seed, or as the 7 seed, Fayetteville Tech would host the 10 seed, and I already went over that, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay, so I think everything is covered there. Meanwhile, Trojans have cut it to single digits. Anaya Hemby is fouled by Hammonds. Just the second team foul on Fayetteville Tech. Brunswick has racked up 4 team fouls. Dolphins have led by as many as 14 in the game. Right now they're up by 9. That's where we were at halftime. Caitlin Logan Boaknight, Anaya Hemby both on the right wing. Hemby has it poked away by Bell. 2-on-1. Bell gets it down low, and Bennett, it's a kick ball. Inbound to Joyner. Swings it out to Hammonds. Top of the key, it's Bell. The fake, the bucket around the world, no. Fight for the rebound. We got another tie-up. Bennett and Murphy getting tied up. Boy, that possession arrow person has got their work cut out for them here in this third quarter, as we've had a lot of tie-ups. It's going to stay on this end of the court right now, though, with 3:18 to go here in the third quarter. So Trojans falling behind by 14, trying to fight their way back. And the shot clock will be at 20. That's what we were waiting for here. Inbound to Joyner. Here's Mitchell, corner 3. Nyla Mitchell's got 9, and the lead is 6. It's an 8-0 run for the Trojans since the media timeout. Caitlin Logan Boaknight, Brooke Wilkins, Anaya Hemby. Brooke over to Caitlin Logan Boaknight. And it's poked away. I don't think it was touched. That's a backcourt violation, as the Dolphins were so fluid in this game, and nervous energy here. Some changes for Joe Gaughan. Cache Morton back into the game. Krishaya McCoy, Jada Burnett, Brooke Wilkins stays out there. So does Jemiah Leach. Big possession here if you're the Dolphins. Got to get a stop. 8-0 run for the Trojans. Hammonds. Here's Jemiah Leach now. McCoy, nobody picks her up and gets the bucket. So Krishaya McCoy, second player in double figures now with 10 for Brunswick. Nobody in double figures yet for the Trojans, and the Dolphins have picked up their 5th team foul. Free throws to come for the Trojans now on the other end of the court. So if the Dolphins win, they would likely be the 12 seed. If they lose, they might be the 13 seed. They could also still be the 12 seed. And again, there's a lot of bunched up teams in the 5th, 6th, 7th spot, or in spots 4 through 6, I should say. Bennett, by the way, in double figures now with 10. So still a lot of scenarios to play out. Offensive rebound, no, by Hammonds, but she's fouled. Ooh. So 2:20 left to go. More free throws now. Carly Hammonds gets that one to go. And this game has certainly changed in tone. From 14 points, Fayetteville Tech's got it within 5, as Hammond's now up to 6. Dolphins got to respond here and get back to playing how they were in the first 25 minutes of this game. Really, ever since that media timeout, the wheels have come off for Brunswick. Burnett out to McCoy. Shot no good. Rebound controlled by Bell. Bell gets past the defense, throws it up and in. Oh boy. Dolphins in some trouble now with Sydney Bell up to 6 points. It's a 3-point game. Fayetteville Tech has led a couple different times in this game. It was very briefly in the second quarter. And they led twice. Teams kind of ping-ponged the lead back and forth. Dolphins made that run at the end of the second to go up by 9 at the half. Jemiah Leach, baseline shot, no. Jemiah, offensive rebound, put back too strong. Rebound controlled by Joyner. Joyner attacks, leaves it short. Wilkins throws it ahead, one-on-one between McCoy and Hammonds. And Hammonds plays some nice defense to force a tough angled shot there. That's almost like a soccer play where the defender tries to get the attacking player to take one of those tough angled shots. That's exactly what the defense was like there for the Trojans. Boy, have they woken up again. Can they keep it consistent, though? Bell gets around the defense. It's a 1-point game. This is, I think, like a 15-2 run. Nobody on Jemiah Leach. I don't think she knew how far or how much she was open. Dolphins turn it over. An absolute dismal into this third quarter for Brunswick, and Fayetteville Tech can take the lead. Bell wants to run the clock, but she was open. Hammond's in the corner. They get it back out to Bell. Her pass is tipped. Nicely done there. And the layup is good by McCoy. Dolphins needed a little momentum going into the fourth, and Krishia McCoy provides it. But Fayetteville Tech hanging around 44-41 as we go to the final quarter. We'll be right back. All right, fourth quarter underway. Dolphins basketball, they lead by 3, but led by as many as 14 in this second half. Fayetteville Tech has come alive as Brunswick tries to wrap up the regular season with the victory. Sadeja Murphy, good ball movement out to Leach, couldn't get it. Krishia McCoy down low, no, and it's taken away by Bennett. Here's Joyner. Bennett, top of the key. Now Hammonds over to Bell. Bell, the runner from left of the lane, no good. Sadeja Murphy, another rebound. Mauricia Bennett with 10. Nyla Mitchell with 9. 8 for Sydney Bell. 8 for Tara Joyner. 6 for Carly Hammonds. For Brunswick, it's Jemiah Leach and Krishia McCoy, 12 points apiece. Cache Morton is fouled. Kaylin Logan Boaknight with 9. Brooke Wilkins with 6. Sadeja Murphy with 3. And Cache Morton with 2. So Cachet will shoot a pair here. Morton just 41% at the free throw line this season. Banks that one in. Yes, that's what that square is for. Absolutely. If you're not a good free throw shooter, that's all you got to do. So Cachet gets them both. Lead is 5 again for Brunswick. Joyner. Extra pass by Mitchell. Attacking Hammonds. Can't get it to go. Ball bounces around. Players diving for it, and it's taken away by Brunswick. Here's Jemiah Leach. Murphy gets it back. Cuts to the hoop. Nice defense there by Joyner. Joyner now running. One-on-one with Wilkins. Spins, and it's stripped. So it'll stay with Fayetteville Tech as Joyner, I think, was looking for a whistle. She got teed up pretty early on. Hammond's over on the far side of your screen. 12 to shoot for the Trojans. Here's a three by Joyner, no good. Offensive rebound by Bell, down low, lost it. Now Bennett, yes, from the corner. So Bennett with a dozen, leads her team and matches McCoy and Leach for the game's high. Brooke Wilkins, Morton on the left wing. Cachet hands it off to McCoy. And her pass is taken away by Bennett. That's too easy. Bennett 2-on-1, takes it herself. Yes. So Bennett with a game-high 14, and just like that, it's a one-point game again. McCoy to the wing. And the Dolphins back to forcing passes, but credit the Trojans. They've woken up defensively. Krishai McCoy will go out. Kalen Logan Boatnight, 3 3-pointers for 9 points for Kalen here tonight. Leach into McCoy. Boatnight top of the key. Takes it left side. Brooke Wilkins back to Kalen. Shoot it. Short on that one. Ball bounces to Murphy, who scores. Lucky break there for the Dolphins. Sadasia's got 5. Lead is 3 again. Trap is on again for Brunswick. 3 minutes into this final quarter. Regular season finale for both teams, and we got a tie ball game. Sydney Bell in double figures. It's the first tie of the game, 48 all. Timeout by the Trojans. We'll come back. Well, I got to give a big shout out to Coastal Transplants for once again sponsoring our broadcast all season long. Big shout out to them. Chris Sheeman back here with you. Final 6:56 in the regular season for both of these teams. For Fayetteville Tech, we know already they're going to be the number 7 seed in the upcoming Region 10 tournament. Again, first round action, or they'll be the 7 seed. First round action coming up on Monday. And then we'll have the quarterfinals through the finals Thursday, Friday, Saturday next week. Dolphins come up empty. Trojans briefly took the lead a couple of different times in the second quarter. They have not led. Brunswick has led by as many as 14 in this second half. Bell's been heating up. Missed that one, though. Offensive rebound controlled by the Trojans, though. Now Nyla Mitchell for three. Short on it, and Leach takes it away. Leach, Murphy, McCoy, Wilkins, Boaknight right now. Kalen Logan Boaknight, 3 3-pointers. Pass into Murphy, and she got tied up. Possession arrow will favor the Trojans. We have had multiple tie-ups as both teams have started to pick up their physicality. Hammonds walks it up, now bounce passes ahead to Joyner. Joyner lost the dribble, but it comes right to the leading scorer, Bennett, who now has 16 as Fayetteville Tech takes its first lead, and they have come from 14 behind in the second half. Jemiah Leach trying to tie it. Ooh, that was a swipe by Joyner. She might have gotten away with that one. I don't know if there was contact, but in real time it looked like it. Hammonds attacks, no. And that's going off the Trojans, they say, out of bounds. So nearing the midway point, Dolphins got to regroup here. They were in a great position at the start of this second half to get that final win in the final game of the regular season at least. Now they got to get back to fighting against a Trojans team that has awoken. Bucket and the foul, Jemiah Leach up to 14. And she'll go to the line for an old school three-point try. And she'll do that when we come back. 4:58 left to go in this one, all tied at 50 apiece. A putback attempt at the buzzer to wrap up the third quarter. Dolphins getting some extra chance opportunities in this one, but right now they're in a battle with Fayetteville Tech. Regular season finale for both teams. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. It's an and one opportunity for Jemiah Leach. 14 points tonight, and she stays on 14. Nyla Mitchell with the rebound. Bell in double figures. She had it ripped away. Steal by Krishaya McCoy. She attacks. No, and a late whistle will send Krishaya to the line. Dolphins have yet to commit a foul here in this fourth quarter. Fayetteville Tech up to 3 now. Krishai McCoy with 12 points here tonight and stays on 12. McCoy came in 8 of 18 from the field during the homestand, 5.6 rebounds a game and 2.6 steals per game in February, both season bests. Missed both free throws, though, as the Dolphins' offense has gone awry, as that pass did for the Trojans. So turnover gives it back to Brunswick. We've been tied at 50 for a little bit now. Brooke Wilkins into the forecourt. Gets it over to McCoy, back to Brooke. Kalen Logan Boaknight on the wing. McCoy using the baseline. Oh, nice ball movement there by the Dolphins. Bucket doesn't go by McCoy, though. Nearing 4 minutes to go in a tie ball game. Joyner, nobody picked up the ball until it was too late, and it's going to be an and one for Tara Joyner. She's in double figures now with 10, and Joyner can give her team its biggest lead at 3. She has struggled from the free throw line this season, though. She came in under 40% from the free throw line, but looked like she had pretty good form on that one. So it's a 3-point lead for the Trojans. McCoy lost the dribble and went into the front court, and you can't go into the back court once you go into the front court. Boy, the Dolphins, the last 11 minutes of this game, it's just back to the old habits. They played so well for 25 minutes. But this game is not 25 minutes long. And the Trojans now looking to capitalize on that turnover. Nyla Mitchell is called for the offensive foul. That's 4 team fouls on Fayetteville Tech. Brooke Wilkins into the front court. Jemiah Leach. Sadeja Murphy down low, blocked by Joyner. And then players collided. It goes out to Wilkins. She can't get the 3. Sadeja Murphy attacks, and she's fouled. So Sadeja Murphy at the line for 2. That's also team foul number 5 on Fayetteville Tech. Just 1 here in the quarter on Brunswick. Caitlin Logan Boaknight goes out of the game. It's the third trip to the line, third sequence for Sadeja Murphy, who's up to 6 points now. Can make it a 1-point game here. Just gets 1 out of 2, tries to run it down.
Just trap it.
And a trap forces that steal. Jemiah Leach to Murphy, and she's fouled by Bell. Fayetteville Tech's done a lot of complaining here today, and I'm with them on a few of them, but not that one. I mean, that was clear as day. So Murphy at the free throw line. A lot of the calls that have gone against the Trojans here today are those 50-50 charges blocks that have seemed to mostly go against the Trojans. So you can understand the frustration on those kinds of calls, but that was an easy call for the official to make. Chance to tie it now for Sadeja. Just 1 out of 2, though. Joyner had it, then it's poked away, and it's deflected off the Trojans. Kaylin Logan Boaknight, offense for defense, as she comes back in for Cache Morton. Kaylin Logan Boaknight between the circles. Takes it right side, handoff to McCoy. 11 to shoot. Brooke Wilkins up top, 9 to shoot, loses it. Nice defense there by the Trojans. Here's Bell, trickles it to Mitchell. Back to Bell, swatted by Sadeja Murphy, but Bennett keeps it. Out to Joyner for 3 off the back rim. And it's wrestled away by Bennett, who puts it up and in. What a night for Mauricia Bennett. 18 tonight. She came in averaging 2.6 points per ball game. This shorthanded Trojans team back up by 3. McCoy, handoff to Kalen. 9 to shoot for Brunswick. Murphy. Back to McCoy with 5 to shoot. McCoy, oh, extra pass. The back door was open. Brooke Wilkins scores. 1-point game. 2:10 to go in this one. Down to the wire we go. And we're going to get a timeout by the Trojans. 1-point game. 2:06 left to go. We'll take time as well. So 55 to 54, Fayetteville Tech has come from 14 behind to take the lead. Chris Sheeman back here with you at the home studio in Ohio. Wherever you're watching from and wherever you've been, we do appreciate you watching all season long. A lot more action coming up next week with the Region 10 tournament. Looking forward to calling that. We'll see who comes to Brunswick. Will the host school play a game on its home court? Going to be a tough battle for the Dolphins. They're going to have to go on the road to a very good team. Fayetteville Tech going to host an opening round game on Monday. So inside 2 to go. Here's Joyner. Drives in. Nyla Mitchell. Extra pass out to Bennett. Shot might have been blocked. A rare miss for Bennett, who's got a game-high 18 points. Dolphins can retake the lead here. Brooke Wilkins. Murphy up top. Murphy attacks, blows right by the defense, and gets fouled. Sadeja going back to the free throw line. 7 points for Murphy here tonight. Murphy, 64% free throw shooter. Came into play today with 101 offensive rebounds, 25th in the NJCAA, 40th in total rebounds at 246. She's gotten quite a few boards here tonight as well. The free throw shooting, though, has not been great. Still an opportunity to tie here. Missed them both, but the offensive rebound and put back by McCoy. Brunswick leads. Just the third lead change tonight. Hammonds with 122. Back out to Bennett. Oh, rockets it. Nobody picked up Bell. Bell misses the bunny, though, and then Murphy is fouled on the rebound. We got to start checking these foul totals now. That's going to be 4 on Bell. So next one, and she's gone. Now, she fouls out of the game. It's a power play for the Dolphins. Fayetteville has no subs. We saw that a couple years ago at Brunswick. We ended up with a 5-on-4 ending to a game. All right, Murphy gets the first. 2-point lead for Brunswick. Still a minute 15 to go. if you are in a situation where if you're Fayetteville Tech, you might have to extend this game via the foul. Got to be aware there that Bell's got 4. I think a couple other players have 3, but that's not what your main concern is. So Murphy hitting him when she needs to. Brunswick leads by 3 now. Hammonds over to Joyner. Dolphins only have 1 foul, so they can play aggressive defense here. Catch and shoot 3, no good. Tip for the rebound. Chasing it down is Leach. Dolphins got to bleed some clock here. If they get a bucket here, make it a 2-possession game, that would be great. They're going to go quick, looks like. No. Sadeja Murphy for 3. No good. In position for the rebound. It's Cache Morton. And she's going to the free throw line. Who picked up the foul now? We have to look at the foul totals for Fayetteville. That's going to be it for Bell. So Bell fouls out of the game, and it's going to be a 5-on-4 for Brunswick. Huge play there. Cache Morton needs at least 1 out of 2 to make it a 2-possession game. Missed that one. Went 2 out of 2 from the free throw line in her last appearance. 4 points tonight. So Bell is out of the game. Fayetteville is down to 4 players. And Morton misses them both. Another offensive rebound. And it's keep away time for Brunswick if you have a player advantage here. Fayetteville Tech's got a foul. Sadeja Murphy swings it out. Dolphins content to run the clock. 5 to shoot now they go. Sadeja Murphy for 3. That might do it. A dagger from Sadeja. 6-point game. Murphy's got 12. And that's going to be a foul called on Brunswick. Why not? That's fine. Brunswick only has 2 team fouls. You want to keep fouling. You got 2 more to work with here. Foul them again. A deep look by Joyner. Why not? You got to hope if you're Fayetteville, and I don't think they're going to foul. Oh, they do. So an opportunity for Brooke Wilkins to go to the free throw line and put a little extra frosting on the cake in what will be a Dolphins victory here today. They're going to win their 4th game of the year, and they will be the 12 seed. So they'll play the number 5 seed. And while we have a timeout here with 5.3, let's take a look at who that might be. So right now, Southwest Virginia is a half game ahead of Richard Bland. So Richard Bland, Wake Tech tied for 5th. But Southwest Virginia is 16-8 in the region. Richard Bland and Wake Tech both 15-8. Southwest Virginia might be done. I don't think they have any more games. So basically, Richard Bland, Wake Tech, it comes down to some tiebreakers there as far as who would be that number 5 seed. But as of right now, Southwest Virginia, that's where Brunswick doesn't want to go, by the way. Richard Bland's kind of far. I think if you're the Dolphins travel-wise, you want to hope for Wake Tech. But it'll be one of those 3. Central Carolina will go to the 4 seed as they'll finish last in the region. Brooke Wilkins with 9 tonight. Fayetteville Tech will shoot the J, and Hammonds buries it, but too little too late as the Dolphins win it on sophomore night. 62-58, the Brunswick Dolphins wrap their season 4-26. And again, region action wherever they might be. I told you the scenarios for Monday, but the Dolphins will be on the road. Fayetteville Tech wraps the regular season at 11-25, and the Trojans will host the number 10 seed. Again, that will be on Monday. Once again, your final, Dolphins win it, 62-58. Got to get going and get ready for game number 2. It's the rival game, the Brunswick Dolphins, Cape Fear Sea Devils. That's coming up next.